1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to SOM After Dark. Corky McCorkle here along with Bronson Garrett, one half of the SOM Tag Team Champions. We are SOM.
You said After Dark.
Yeah,
I didn't
SOM
realize
After
that
Dark.
we got a deal with Cinemax.
No, it's not like that kind of After Dark show. This is the matches that took place after the cameras stopped rolling live on SOM 505.
How are we going to show those matches, Corky? You said
When
the camera stopped
rolling live.
Oh, okay.
We stopped the live broadcast. We kept the cameras rolling for SOM After Dark, and that's what we're bringing you right now, folks.
General Zoe is still in the ring. He said he didn't want to leave well enough alone. Apparently, he wants another match. So here's Riley Rocket to take on the challenge.
Speaking of goofs, Dan, speaking of goofs.
No, I don't think Riley's a goof at all. I think she's a
The
very
road's
talented
very
young
fitting.
lady.
That's where her head is currently located at, Dan, in the stars.
Ring the bell! Ring the bell.
Gonna get the bell rung here.
Now, it looks
Start
like we
off.
need to put a little pep in that timekeeper step there, Dan. A little late on the handle ringing that bell.
Might need to get after that guy. Riley, the cartwheel right into an arm drag. Nicely done. Arm drag again.
Steamboat-esque arm drags from Riley Rocket there, Dan. You know, I heard Riley was so intelligent, Dan. I heard one time she got her tongue burnt trying to make French toast. She got stuck right in the toaster.
I don't know. I'm not quite. I don't know what to say about that one, but as you can see, General Zoe goes right after that leg. Oh, and a forearm.
General So.
Yeah, another back elbow there.
From the looks of the ring attire, it looks like General So's AFSC in the military might have been plumbing there, Dan.
He might have.
And he's throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Riley Rocket in this match.
Well,
she's throwing it right back.
She's throwing it right back at him. Shoot off in a reverse into a clothesline. Takes Riley Rocket back down. Back to work on that leg.
So intelligent, Dan. I heard she signed up for a powder puff football game in high school. They told her she was going to be playing quarterback, and she asked where she could get her refund.
Oh, my God. General Zoe working that leg over. Oh, wow.
He's working on that knee, and Riley has battled knee injuries in the past.
Look at how he's got that foot twisted around. I don't think your foot's supposed to bend that way. Oh, wow.
Well, I wonder what kind of health insurance they have at NASA, Dan. I'm wondering if that would cover the ankle injury she's about to receive from the general.
Well, never know. Oh.
That looked
Caught
like a
him
blatant
low.
low blow right
He
there.
ran right in there. That
She
might have been an accidental.
Cheap tactics.
May have been an accidental low blow. Oh, wow. Comes in and hits him hard in the corner.
And the general, it looks like he is he's out on his feet right now.
Oh, she's got him set up for something. What's she going for here? Oh,
pushed her back down
right back to the
hard.
back of her head.
General looked like he might have had that one scouted.
Comes off the top. Oh, right into a rocket kick. You could count the 10. He is out. And there's your winner, Riley Rocket.
It looked like a little bit of a fast count, if you ask me.
I don't know
Willie
nothing about that.
Manis up to his cheating ways again.
That looked a legit 3 count to me. I'm not sure what you're seeing.
Willie Manis is a cheater, man.
Riley
He's a
Rocket
cheater.
continuing her winning ways here. SOM Live After Dark. We'll be right back.
At the Paul Morton Cup, Austin Henry has a Dubai prison match with the Sultan for the SOM Heavyweight Championship. No time limit, no rules. And I'm going to go however long it takes to get it done. And I'm still declaring my entry into the Paul Morton Cup. I'll go all night to beat the Sultan. I'll go all night to win the cup. I guess I'll have the belt, and I'll get to pick my own challenger. Either way, it don't matter any way it goes. I get up, I keep fighting, because I'm the man of action. I don't just talk, I always back it up. So when I tell you I'm going out there, I'm going through every other competitor in that match, and I'm taking home the trophy and the gold. I mean it. Paul Morton Cup. You're looking at the winner and the new SOM Heavyweight Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, you won't believe this. Please stand for their national anthem, the Terminator.
Tony Basilio, I tell you what, it is time for the tag team grudge match as the Terminators are set to take on the Goldens here. And I tell you what, if the Terminators aren't careful, they ain't going to make it out of the Expo Center because the crowd's going to get hold of them.
And with Jahid, for him to try and sit there and sing his anthem, I could have told you right now that was going over like a lead balloon. That was not going to happen. And now he's getting some warning right now from our associate commissioner here at NWA, Rocky Top. who says he's going to be watching him all night long. And we shall see what will happen as Judge Rossi over there, the wrestling bossy, is really giving it to Jaheed. These two guys, say what you want to say. Iron Sheik, rolled up boots, the tip curls, illegal as all get out, rule breakers, don't respect our country, dressed tonight in the fine linens from Saddam's palace. But those two guys, when they get in the ring, can flat out do it.
No doubt about that, Tony. They are evil masterminds in the wars of wrestling. And Bobby Golden has set the lock up here. They've locked up collar and elbow. Bobby's got him back. Oh, just that fast. Things are turning back and forth. They go. Round and round we go. Bobby's got the advantage, at least for the moment. Referee called for a break. Tim Horner, our special guest referee.
He's saying he pulled the hair.
Yeah. Another absurd claim by the Terminators. They will do and say anything, Tony Basilio, you know that.
That's like Saddam Hussein right now, claiming that he's still president of Iraq. Sorry, Jaheed, it ain't happening. But at any rate, Bobby Golden, a young man who is really a rising star. You talk about the pedigree that he has, an architect, or should I say, one who's carrying on in the Robert Fuller tradition. His uncle, who uses that Fuller leg lock for his finish move when he gets an opportunity, but he's a long way from that right now as he's exposed. And Jaheed was able to take advantage, or Jihad rather.
Jihad's got Bobby over there in the corner at this point in time, working him over. As we said, White Lightning Tim Horner, special guest referee in this contest. We know he's a good guy. We know we can count on him to call this match as fairly down the middle as absolutely possible. Bobby's doing the right thing now. Bobby's fighting now. He's fighting up against both men. He realized he couldn't be pinned in that corner, and he's got him reeled all the way back to his corner as he is throwing the leather in there. Bobby now with a side headlock as the crowd here in Knoxville chanting USA, USA, Tony.
And the crowd starting to feel it, the emotion in the building, as now the tag is made. And Eddie Golden soon to enter the ring, and does so with some authority as he's able to turn an arm bar, as now he's reversed into the ropes and steps over, and then is able to duck a tag and a flying body press.
Got him down there and right into a quick one count right there. Beautiful arm drag take over there by Eddie as he's able to control the action. Back and forth they went, fast-paced exchange right there as Eddie now bringing Jihad back over, makes the tag. Young Bobby comes back into the ring with a big elbow right down across the arm and winding up on that arm as the Goldens are staying focused on the arm right now. Good sound strategy here. Jihad's trying to find a way out of there, and he's got things reversed now as Bobby finds himself in trouble, and the Terminators make an exchange.
And the Terminators again, an excellent tag team. These two guys almost in a lot of ways like Iran and Iraq itself, the way at times they don't work together well, but then at times they're in perfect symbiotic motion. And tonight happens to be one of those times. He's going to roll the shirt up and over his face. Just flat out cruel. Oh, but he gets it back in the mush.
Bobby just knocked him right into next week practically on that one, as the Terminators are now having trouble because they don't even want to tag each other, Tony.
Jaheed and Jihad looking at each other like, what have we run into tonight? And the crowd, listen to them.
Young Bobby Golden has got this crowd 110% behind him, and Eddie Golden in this contest against the Terminators, no doubt about it. Terminator has Bobby controlled in the side headlock position, but only for a moment. Big shoulder block right there. Bobby was able to take advantage of that, up and over his man, and got caught right there. Beautiful hip toss, got reversed, and right into an arm drag as Bobby Golden taking care of both of the Terminators at this point in time in the grudge match on the Night of the Champions.
You have to be impressed with Bobby Golden, whose pop later on tonight is going to be in action in this one, and whose pop is going to wrestle for the championship tonight against Dr. Tom Pritchard. So you'd have to excuse him. He has several things on his mind as he tries to snap Jihad into the ring. The Jihad says, no, I'm not going for that. Or was that Jaheed? Boy, I'm telling you, I'm having trouble with the Terminators tonight. That's Jaheed now stepping into the ring. He's your legal man in the ring. And Dihad, the rule breaker on the outside, as Jaheed is able to work the abdomen with the big knee. And now with him exposed one more time, just a shot there into the ribs as he's exposed. Now from a side headlock, they are going to work. And he's ratcheting him up. And what's he going to set him up for? Let's wait and see as he's thrown into the rope. And now Bobby is able to knock into the canvas with the shoulder and is able to tag in. And here comes Eddie Golden. The Golden's in control.
Eddie Golden coming in with a series of hard right hands on Jaheed of the Terminators right there. Hard into the buckle. Oh, Eddie missed that shoulder block. Going in right there, that could cost him as the momentum just turned. It looked like a neck breaker there on Eddie Golden as silence has fallen here in the Expo Center. As the crowd definitely wanting the Goldens to win this thing. The Terminators have got things in control at this point in time. And I believe that's Jihad back in at this point in time, Tony. And as you pointed out earlier, apparently their overseas connections are still good as they have a new set of garments apparently that have come from one of the palaces of Saddam.
That's what they told me earlier tonight, or one of their interpreters did, I should say, because those guys, I know speaking what they speak. But that said, White Lightning Tim Horner, your guest referee, trying to stay in control here as you look at this painful position now as they're working the arm. Now he tries to work him into some kind of a neck lock, but no, it's not to be as he tries to bite him on the top of his head. I'll tell you, Jaheed is ruthless in that ring. We saw him last week on NWA Rocky Top working the kendo stick on one of our young competitors. He'll stop at nothing as he chops him. But now Golden is able to fight out. Now a rake of the face. And he snaps him down.
These Terminators are absolutely brutal, no doubt about it. Oh, just drove the elbow in right there. Now blatant chokehold. Referee's not catching. He's choking him, Tim. Tim Horner going in for a count there. And once again, he's choking him by utilizing the boot right there. Eddie Golden is in definite trouble here. Oh, what a headbutt right there. As Golden barely staying on his feet, and he goes down after the second headbutt there, Tony. I tell you what, Bobby and Eddie have got to fight with these guys tonight. And they have really been taking it to him so far as the Terminator. Look at him just ripping at the man's face, Tony. Absolutely disgusting.
And Horner is a nice guy, you know, a passive guy, if you will. A real good guy in the sport of professional wrestling. You almost get the sense that he being the official in here almost plays into the Terminators a little bit with his laid-back nature.
That's a good point.
I mean, look at this over here on the side.
Well, unfortunately, Tim Horner is having to do his job, which is to keep Bobby Golden out of the ring until he's legally tagged in. The other Terminator was able to take advantage of things, so with Eddie draped across that rope. Oh, big back elbow right there by Dihad as they've gone in for a cover here and got a 2 count out of it. Eddie thankfully was able to kick out of here. I tell you, I mean, no doubt about it, it's a tough job being a referee, being an official in a matchup, especially in a tag team match that's got so much animosity going into it. Eddie with a sunset flip right there, got his man over, only got a 2 count out of that one. But man, look at the Terminators right back into work on their man.
No question. He had some life there with a sunset flip, but that life was quickly snuffed as now the lower back and the knee applied. And these two guys continue to work well together like Larry Bird and Robert Parrish back in the day of the great Boston Celtics. How could I use an American analogy like that for two people who hate our country like these two guys? I ought to be ashamed of myself. But that said, some sort of hybrid camel clutch. It looks like he's trying to set him up. But no, looks like they're going to try to hook him into the ropes, and that's exactly what they do. And I'll tell you, that clutch right there, that maneuver is extremely painful on that lower back as they continue to work that back region. And Tim Horner is going to have him break this. And finally, my gosh, Tim, give me a break here.
Horner was able to get over there, figured out what was going on there. Very, very painful situation for Eddie Golden. Not only his lower back, his neck, his entire spinal cord under a tremendous amount of pressure right there, jarring all of those vertebrae in his back as the crowd here in Knoxville once again gets behind Eddie and Bobby Golden with the USA chant. Eddie barely staying on his feet, fired back with the right hand right there, and fires back again. Eddie Golden's got some fight left in him, but he desperately needs that tag, Tony.
Jaheed into the ropes. Jaheed with the body block and is able to throw him to the canvas with the shoulder, and a count of 2 from Tim Horner as now a tag is made. And Jihad, your legal man, back in the ring, working on one Eddie Golden, who's against the second rope and in the wrong corner and in a world of hurt. And now into the top rope he goes. It looks like they're going to set him up for the Turban Buster, and that's what we see. No one's gotten out of the Turban Buster.
Bobby's coming in, and he got him. Bobby was able to make the save right there. Thankfully, granted that was against the rules, but it was a double team maneuver in order to execute it. So he was just trying to even the slate there a little bit. Thankfully, Eddie still got some fight in him. He was able to kick out of there. Man, I tell you, Eddie really needs to get over and make that tag to Bobby. Double back elbow right there. The Terminators have got Eddie Golden right where they want him at this point in time, Tony.
And they continue to work a fresh man in the ring as Jaheed is back in once again as Jihad tags out. And here comes Golden into the ropes one more time. But no, he's able to reverse. And now he's able to work. He might be able to side DDT. And wow, look at Jaheed on the canvas, feeling it.
Jaheed kind of telecast his maneuver there, Tony. Eddie was able to anticipate it, cut him off, dropped him right on his noggin in that DDT. Both men now feeling the effects. Eddie really's got to get over and make that tag. It could change the momentum of the entire matchup right here if Eddie can make that tag. The crowd here in Knoxville's definitely behind him. Let's see what happens here. Both men are back up. Eddie made it.
Get through his legs, and here we go. Here comes Bobby Golden into the ring. Bobby Golden cleaning house. Bobby Golden cleaning house again with a couple of straight arms, and now he's able to take one to the canvas, and now another in a big slam. And it's just carnage in the ring with a couple of body slams, and Bobby Golden saying, get on your feet, big boy, if you want some of this. Now Eddie Golden through the ring, and here's Bobby Golden whipping Jihad into the ring, and oh, he's able to get him with a side kick, and here we go. 1, 2, and
Bobby only got a 2 count.
Only got a 2 count.
Referee Tim Horner right on top of the action. Bobby's setting him back up here. High backdrop right there. We got a fight on the floor as well, Tony, as Eddie is getting hurt down there on the floor at the hands of Jihad. But Jaheed is in trouble, and Bobby Golden looks like he's setting him up. He just tapped his leg. Looks like he's going for that Fuller leg lock.
Will we see it, Joe Wheeler? Here we go. The Fuller leg lock. Here it comes. Here it comes. Will he tap? Will he tap? Will he tap? Will he? No!
He got saved right there,
Jihad.
He got saved. Eddie's back in the ring. The leg lock's still on, though. The leg lock is still on.
Will he tap?
Tim Horner, wait a minute! Tom Pritchard, what the devil is he doing in there?
This is a disgrace.
Tom Pritchard's got a pair of handcuffs,
Tony. It's a disgrace, Joe Wheeler. Get somebody out here.
He's got Eddie Golden handcuffed to the second rope. Tom Pritchard has absolutely no business out here.
And he's still holding him, and now he finally lets go on the Fuller leg lock. And Tom Pritchard, who's going to be in action tonight later on against this young man's
Not the pile driver!
Not the pile driver! Oh! Feel the impact!
Tom Pritchard just hit Bobby Golden with a pile driver. Commissioner Jimmy Valiant has banned that move here in NWA Rocky Top because of the severity of the injuries that can be caused. They're going for a spike. He's going to spike him. Oh! A spike pile driver there by both Terminators and Tom Pritchard on Bobby Golden. We need to get some help from Bobby.
Eddie Golden is still handcuffed, as you see. He's not able to get up. Who's going to come out of the back and help Bobby? A couple of officials. And somebody else is coming out here. This isn't going to be enough, or is it? As these three thugs are going to leave the ring. And Tom Pritchard, who's from Texas. Texas is as American as apple pie. For him to come in here tonight and help these two lawless thugs from the Middle East, Joe Wheeler, is a complete disgrace. And that act with the handcuffs and that pile driver and then the triple shot is just a total disgrace.
Absolutely right, Tony Basilio. Completely, absolutely uncalled for. Tom Pritchard All Tom Pritchard did by doing that, Tony Basilio, is he is sealing his own coffin, because don't you think for 1 minute Jimmy Golden's not aware of what just went on to his son, and Jimmy Golden is going to be even more livid when he gets Tom Pritchard in that ring later tonight here at the Night of the Champions.
Jimmy Golden's son is an up-and-coming athlete in sports, and for him to do that to him tonight in that manner, I mean, we need to get some EMTs in here. We need to get some help in here. He's not, you can see he's got a little movement in his legs, but his upper extremities, you can see it from here. The guy is really hurt.
And there's nothing more devastating to a man than the pile driver. Here comes Jimmy Golden. He's not even completely dressed and ready for his match, but he realizes the severity of this situation, how seriously his son could be hurt, and it's just pretty darn scary right now. I know the type of pain that a pile driver can cause a man. It can compress vertebrae in the neck. It can cause partial paralysis. There's a long list of things that a pile driver can do because you're damaging a man's spinal cord and neck and the vertebrae in their back. And this is a really scary situation.
And you see right now a concerned look. Here's Jimmy Golden. You have to give it to Tom Pritchard. Jimmy Golden, in a couple matches, is going to wrestle in perhaps the most important wrestling match of his life. Tom Pritchard has come out here and he's cast a totally different shadow on this thing. He was back there watching film. He was back there preparing. He was back there with management. He was going through. TNT, Tony Lewis, listen to him.
Let's give the Golems a hand, guys. This was not scheduled to happen.
So conspicuous by his absence, Brian, Chad is still in self-quarantine, but he's training. He's getting ready. He's getting ready to end the wrestling career of Ricky Morton.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting ready to end the wrestling career of little sprout Kerry Morton before it even begins. But you know what? I think it's pretty ironic, Brian. Ricky Morton, you've been trying to end my career before it even started. You see, I'm not the kind of wrestler that you want to take around and brag to all of your buddies about, Ricky. You see, I'm the type that with a microphone in my hand, I'm the most dangerous man in the wrestling business. You know, somebody I look up to, they said a mic in their hand was a pipe bomb. When mine, Brian, it's a weapon of mass destruction. I don't need a mirror on the wall to tell me how great I am. I don't need my daddy refereeing my matches to make sure I come out on top. You see, that's the type of people you like to associate yourself with, Ricky. I like to associate myself with trained killers, like my man Brian Rivers here. Tell him, Brian.
The Mortons. Oh man, how I've been waiting for a long time to get rid of the Mortons. Ricky, you and I have got yearly history. We go back quite a few years. Kerry, you want to go pulling on my chain. You want another shot. Well, I've got plenty of shots for you in the form of left and right. And they're going to be coming at your head quick and fast, because don't underestimate me. Don't underestimate Bronson. Don't underestimate Chad, because we will take the Mortons out once and for all. Texas!
And here's a maverick idea, Ricky. Next time you want to put me out of the wrestling business, send somebody that don't hit like a bitch.
You know, some School of Morton fans, we're facing unprecedented times during this time. Uncharted waters, if you will. There are people getting sick, losing their jobs, events being canceled, left and right. But you know one thing that's left unchanged? That's the upcoming Paul Morton Cup. And this atomic dog is entering his name in the hat once again this year. Last year, I put on a hell of a show for myself. But this time around, this quarantine got me from the pit. You got a leader, bigger, better, atomic dog, and by God, you better get ready, Teddy, for the Paul Morton Cup. If you can't dig that, I got 2 words for you. Pork chop, pound cake. Can you dig it? Whew.
Quite a program we had today, Bronson. Sure, folks, if you didn't get your fill of action, you're going to want to join us tomorrow night, SOM 505, a new episode every Sunday at 5:05.
This capacity crowd here at the SOM Live Studios in Chucky really got what they paid for tonight, Corky. They were hanging from the rafters.
And folks, if you've not done so, go ahead and give us a like on Facebook. Keep up to date with everything going on at SOM and a ton of past matches and clips and highlights. You can catch it all at SOM on Facebook and
White Claw
YouTube.
Outlaws on Facebook.
And folks, we'll see you next week for more SOM After Dark.